41. So the Philistine came and began drawing near to David. The Hebrew is pregnant with emotion. Vayelek hapelishti holek vekarev el David. And came the Philistine, coming and drawing near unto David. The energy of the words shows determined purpose. Goliath had weeks of waiting for a challenge. Each step now is one of delight and of anticipation. Finally, a worthy foe has left the ranks of Israel to meet my challenge. This is further supplemented by the words, verse 41 continues, and the man who bore the shield went before him. V'ha'ish noseh hasina lefanav. And the man lifter the shield before him. The words follow after verse 7, but they leave out the verb went. In verse 7, and lifter of the shield went before him. Here in verse 41, and the man lifter the shield before him. The movement and thus the purpose and intent of the action is ascribed to Goliath. And so it is as if the shield bearer is a single unit with Goliath being propelled on by his movement. Along with this is the fact that the giant, adorned in all of his military gear and with a shield bearer as a part of that gear, is actually not alone. Someone guards him, but none goes before David. The contrast is made all the more poignant by the use of the words. In his state and in the confidence he surely felt, we next enter the very thoughts of Goliath. One can almost see him, finally close enough to see David, and he is incredulous. So much so that he leans his head forward a little bit more, a couple more inches, as if he needs better focus, and then a sense of disbelieving amazement fills his face. His nose scrunches, his eyes squinch, his forehead crimps down a little bit, and he goes, huh? As the narrative says, verse 42, and when the Philistine looked about and saw David, Vayebet hapelishti vayira et David, and looked attentively and saw David. The word navat comes from a root meaning to scan. Thus it signifies looking at something attentively. With the same stupid look on his face that appeared in the previous verse, Goliath carefully observes David. And verse 42 continues, he disdained him. Vayivzehu, and despised him. The word here was first seen in the account of Esau and the selling of his birthright. For a mere bowl of red soup, he sold off what was of the highest value, showing disdain for it. Here, Goliath looks at David and disesteems him. He sees nothing of value in regard to a battle. Verse 42 continues, for he was only a youth. Ki haya na'ar, for he was a youth. The Israelites had sent a boy forth to fight a man, and they had sent an inexperienced person to challenge a champion. It was the first reason to disesteem David.